Welcome, people of the internet. This is Geek Rating Review, where we talk about everything geek culture and geek related. My name is Jean-Marc, and I talk.
My name's Nick. We talk about food, too.
I was born in London, Mark, because I'm his littlest brother, David.
Good.
Okay, I'm recording now.
Welcome
Congratulations.
to the Game of the Year special.
Game of the Year.
Yay!
David.
Goy!
Yeah, woo! Game of the Year.
We should have did this last year, because last year was crazy with games.
I know.
I don't remember.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Zelda. Games Nick don't like.
I like Zelda.
Destiny 2.
Let's do best of last year and best.
Yeah, Destiny 2, Wolfenstein 2.
Oh, yeah.
Wolfenstein 2,
Automata.
definitely.
Oh, near. Persona 5.
Persona 5. Mario Odyssey.
Oh, yeah. I still haven't played that. All right, Nick.
Wow.
Start us.
All right,
Launch us.
we're going to kick this thing off. We'll do top 3 each. We'll discuss each other's 3, then 2, then 1. I think we're all going to agree on a Geek Rating Review Game of the Year. I have a feeling.
Can we throw a runner-up in there?
If it's not King Oddball, then I don't know why we record this.
Should be King Oddball, actually. I gave it a 10 out of 10. My last review.
It is a 10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
I'm sorry, I haven't played it yet.
Did you buy it when it was Plus?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, dude,
Damn,
play
I
it.
can't believe
Okay.
you haven't played that game.
You can knock it out.
I'm gonna play it.
Just for poops and giggles, at least.
All right, we'll start
I
at my
like
number 3, I guess, and it's Monster Hunter World.
Ooh.
Boo.
I didn't think I would put 45 hours into that game.
That's all you put in that game?
No, that's just with y'all. I put
wow.
45 hours just dealing with y'all's stuff,
Wow.
Jeez.
and I put another 60 hours by myself.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. It's not the best Monster Hunter game I've played, but I think it wouldn't be a top game for me if I didn't play with y'all.
No.
That's
True.
what kind of sets it apart.
My heart is growing.
Is it a Grinch analogy?
Yeah. Just the new Grinch movie.
The new Grinch movie looks great.
Yeah. I'll watch
Who
it on
cares?
Christmas, maybe.
I'm just not connected with the world, I guess.
Any Monster Hunter thoughts?
It is a fun game.
First off, is it in any of y'all's top 3?
No.
It is in my top 3.
It is
Okay.
not in my top 3. It is the only Monster Hunter game I've ever played, and I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. Yep.
It's the fourth
Was it-
one I played, and it's probably my favorite by far.
Was
Yeah,
it just fun because you played it with other people?
I think so. Like I like the what is it called? Like the circle of gameplay. What is that called? The loop, the gameplay loop.
The gameplay loop?
I love the gameplay loop. I love that it seemed limitless, even though I know money gets more scarce at the end. But
Mhm.
the gameplay loop up until I guess a certain point, I guess where we were, I liked it. I just wish you could upgrade a little bit more often.
Yeah.
I just mean within the equipment that you get. I just wish you could just upgrade something. I just felt like I was always waiting to upgrade something. You know, it was always an equipment set.
I think part of the game that they don't tell you is they expect you to use more than one weapon. So you have a
Oh.
variety of different weapons that have different requirements for upgrading.
I think if I would have tried that, it would have just been way too different, because I
Yeah.
used ranged weapons and only ranged weapons. If I would have had something that was a little more close up and personal, then it would have just been a completely different game for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's similar weapons, but most often, if you switch between a different weapon, it's a totally different fighting style.
Yeah. See, I played it like Gears of War. It's just shoot, duck, and cover.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so sincere.
Well, Jean-Marc, what's your 3?
That's
I
fine.
already know what it is.
We're jumping to my 3.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We talked to death.
Okay, this is
Well,
not
we can
just.
jump back into Monster Hunter when I get to.
This isn't just my number 3. This is my pitch for y'all to actually play this game. Detroit
I
Become
asked you
Human
to do.
is a excellent game and my number 3. So the only thing I could think to compare it to that would make you want to play it is Modern Warfare 1 and 2. Because what's the best parts of Modern Warfare 1 or 2, other than the gameplay, is the set pieces in them. And the best thing about Detroit Become Human are these cinematic set pieces that I have never seen anywhere else, that I actually got emotional while watching, and I loved it. It was like watching a really good movie at parts, and other times wanting people to like succeed. And the story itself is the best story I've seen in video gaming, actually, like other than like The Last of Us and God of War. Like, the story's great, the visual effects are great, obviously, but I think it's the strongest game that creator, whoever made it, that guy,
David Cage.
Yeah, I think it's his best one he's made, just because of visually it's great, and the set pieces are like, I've never seen anything like that before, and going on a journey with characters is very dynamic and fun. So even though the gameplay is still a David Cage, like, yeah, I'm going to walk over here and do that, every investigation or every set piece thing that you're doing or every mission that you have has a sense of weight to it. Like, I have to do this, or sometimes you have a time limit, or you, like, me and my wife had two completely different games with two completely different endings where two completely different things happened. And she was watching me like, you're playing a different game than I did because you did A, B, and C and I didn't. Which is also great because it's not like a Walking Dead game where it all ends up in the same spot. Everything is different. And what she went through, I actually watched a Let's Play of someone who did what she went through, and it was a lot more depressing than what I went through. I had like a happier ending than her. But yeah, it is a great game. I at least suggest you don't buy it, at least rent it and play it, because it'd be like watching a movie over the weekend. Yeah, I love Detroit Become Human, and not enough people have played it. So yeah, that's my number 3.
Question: where does one rent games nowadays?
Redbox.
That's it.
Redbox Weekend Rental. Yes.
Just Redbox. There's one Blockbuster left in this country. I know that.
Yeah.
You can have a GameFly subscription still.
Oh, I forgot about GameFly.
Exists.
Do it for 1 month.
I like your pitch.
Yeah.
I've already told you I don't like David Cage games, but the more you hammer me with it, the more I look into it.
Yeah.
And if I can get past that, seeing that guy push the dude around in the wheelchair, aimlessly, if I can get past that, I can probably get by and play this game. I will. I know I will. But
I'm trying to reach out to your cinematic side because I think you would like it.
And that's what appeals to me.
Yeah.
But it's the minutia. It's the press circle to wash the dishes. That's the stuff that turns me off of his David Cage style. If I can get past that, if I can break that habit, then I'll play it. You know, it'll be $10 one day.
Maybe for Black Friday.
That's kind of what I'm waiting for, because I really.
It's $35 for Black Friday everywhere.
Yikes!
That's still too high.
Maybe with a
because I did look for it. I haven't played Heavy Rain.
David, have you played any of those games?
Yeah, I played Beat Heavy Rain.
Oh, okay.
Did you play Indigo Prophecy?
No.
It's the one that I played.
I got tired of one character on Heavy Rain and just let him die. And I was like, I don't care about your story anymore.
Okay.
Cool.
David, 3.
Your Mog's trying to sell out and make us buy a game.
Kind of like what I did with Monopoly.
Yeah. Oh, what a terrible game.
Mine was a hard choice because it's my only Nintendo game that's going to make it on here.
I know
I was stuck between two, but I ended up picking Octopath. I really, really like Octopath. There's things about it I didn't like, but as far as, I haven't played Smash Brothers yet, but as far as all the games I've played on Nintendo this year, that was the one I liked the most. It's the one that drew me in the best. It was really well done for an 8-bit game. It was beautiful. I just didn't like the lack of interconnectivity between the characters. It was weird, off-putting a little bit for what I'm used to from Final Fantasy games. But it was super fun. Still haven't beat it, but I put plenty of hours into it, trying to see where the story goes next, even with the one character.
It was one of the 2 Switch games I bought this year. I bought that and The Fractured But Whole, but I still haven't played that. But I do agree, it's like every character is a brick wall, that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter which order you do it, everybody has the same thing. But where that game shines is the gameplay.
Yeah.
It's a turn-based game at its core. It's a throwback, and even like the visual style is a throwback. It's built in a modern game engine, so it's got particle effects and dynamic lighting and all this other stuff. That game is really good. They were just kind of messed up with the story.
I could see where they got the pull from Bravely Default, from playing Bravely Default, and they took the good bits from it and left the annoying things out.
But Bravely Default has 4 characters. You stick with 4 the whole game, and they know each other, they interact, they do the things that you expect in a JRPG story.
Right.
Octopath doesn't do that.
It doesn't. That really messed with me, because it's like, these are 7 very different people, and they could have very interesting and...
Did you say 7?
Interaction. Is it 8?
It's 8. It's 8.
Sorry. Okay, I started the game with 1 character, so I only think of collecting 7 other people. It's Septopath Traveler, isn't it?
That'd be the sequel. So, I don't know, I'm asking this, if it's a spoiler, you don't have to say it, but do they do like in Final Fantasy games where they separate the group, where you have to pick 4 and 4 at one point? Because that'd be cool. Do they ever do that?
I don't think there's a set ending to the game, because once again, I haven't beat it. I think every character has their own storyline and ending to their storyline.
Oh.
Yeah. As far as I know, I'm not aware of the ending.
I don't think there's a greater storyline.
It's not a joining one that joins them all together.
Yeah, to where they finally start talking to each other.
I put 30 hours into it, and I didn't find anything.
I put about 40.
And it got out of. I had to put that out of the way because of my number 2.
Well, oh great. My problem with Octopath was the problem I had on my first playthrough of Skyrim, where I was going towards something, a goal in my head, and then when I achieved it, I didn't feel like playing anymore. So when I was playing Skyrim, I wanted to get to 100 on the fire magic, destruction magic. So I hit 100 on destruction, and then I was in a cave, and I was like surrounded by gerblins or something, and I was like, I can't, and I turned it off. And then I tried to replay it 3 other times. With Octopath, I got every character, all 8, and then I was like, oh, good. I didn't want to play it anymore. I was I got all 8 of them. Awesome.
Yeah, there's not a shift. Once you get all 8, it's just, okay, you have all 8.
Yeah.
It's the same as it was when you had 7.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I got all 8. I got all the subclasses, and that's when I stopped playing it.
Yeah. My issue with that is there's also level scaling, and that doesn't belong in a JRPG. You should be able to grind and grind and grind and just blast your way through the next place. That game doesn't do that. It's still a good game, though. It's not my top 3.
No.
It's the best Final Fantasy game that's been released in a long time.
That's not true.
Yes,
Not true.
Yes.
What's better? Oh, 15. I forgot about 15.
It's better than 15.
I platinum 15, and I'm like,
Eh.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to number 2.
Number 2.
Wait, can I say my runner-up? Aw.
Oh, we're going to do that after.
We'll say it after our 3.
Dragon Quest 11.
What?
Game's really good.
I need to play that.
Not done beating it. Not even close. Everybody's kind of dumping on the music. Music's not great. But if you play any of the older stuff, and you hear basically a Super Nintendo song in it with no change, it's not orchestrated or anything. It's just a straight up Super Nintendo song. It's well received. Character designs are good. Story's really good. And the combat is Dragon Quest. Turn-based. There's little tweaks you can do to it to make it less hands-off or less hands-on. Or you can just switch all that off and just micromanage everybody's actions. And that's the way I'm playing it. And I love the art style. I love the combat. I love the characters. Great story. Second best game of the year. I think I'm the only one that's played it.
Yep. I mean,
I've played most of the Dragon Quest games that were released in America, and I beat at least half of those, because some of them are very grindy. I've always loved Dragon Quest, I just haven't gone out and got it, as I'm buying other games.
Yeah, I did this. I had the same problem. Tomb Raider and Dragon Quest came out the same week, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
My wife started Tomb Raider and then put it down and started playing Dragon Quest. The first RPG she ever played was Final Fantasy 12.
Wow, she started late.
Way late. And she really loves this Dragon Quest game. So I guess I'm the only one that can talk about it.
Yep.
I will give it one little knock. The characters are straight up Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
They look like, but they are placed in this lush, well-rendered environment that is photorealistic. So you're fighting in these environments that have realistic trees and realistic blades of grass and realistic buildings, and then Akira Toriyama character designs and models. But I won't knock it. It's just something you have to kind of get over. And then I love it.
Is it weird? It makes me want to play it more.
No,
Okay.
it's not weird.
That's like a thing.
Thank you for that input.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. Why don't we move on?
Who's that? Is it
Jamak again? Yeah.
Oh.
Last.
My number 2 is Spider-Man on PS4. It's an awesome game.
Shocking.
Your turn, David.
Wow, you don't want to talk about it?
Well, no, I love it. The web slinging's great. The story's great. I hated the stealth stuff in it, but
Weird.
that's what everyone says. But I liked Peter Parker, even though he looked weird in it. But the web slinging's great. The progression of getting items is great. I just really enjoyed it, and it was a solid experience from beginning to end. So I just super loved it a lot.
Like the PS2 GameCube version?
The web slinging was great, and it's actually it's more dynamic than it actually is in the PS2 or the Spider-Man 2 game, which I love the web slinging in that, and I actually like that
you
it's
have
more
to have
dynamic.
something over you to swing.
Yeah, that one you just kind of just
I think it
went
was
out of frame and you were swinging.
Spider-Man 2, I think.
Yeah.
That was the good one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great one.
You could just swing with nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I like that because even if you're in Central Park, you can swing off of trees and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's fun.
I just got it today.
Oh.
It's not installed or anything. I can't really say anything on it. But it looks like Spider Arkham. I'll leave that until I play it.
If that means the next one's Spider Arkham City, then that's a good thing.
What? I didn't hear you said.
From Arkham Asylum to Arkham City, that jump up in gameplay.
Yeah. Cool. That's a huge jump up in quality too. I remember we got our PS3 and put in Arkham Asylum, and it had to install hours and hours and hours, and then finally it started playing. And it was in 720p.
Wow.
I was like, okay. But even 720p back then was like, oh, look at those graphics. Metal Gear Solid 4 it would install 1/3 of the game, and then it would wipe that, install the second third, wipe that, and then install again toward the end.
Huh.
I don't know if y'all remember that.
Nope.
On the plane, it was just old Snake smoking while it installed the next part of the game.
Wow.
I'm the only one I hate that game. I hate it.
That game was like a movie too.
It's like 20 hours of cutscenes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, I can't say anything on Spider-Man. It's not installed.
I haven't played it either. I've been playing other things.
Oh, wasn't aware David didn't play it. I thought that I would be boring y'all by talking about it. Yeah, it's really, really fun. It is really, I think y'all would enjoy it.
Well, Jamark knows that I bought Dragon Quest instead of Spider-Man. Because I was all in the same window.
And I was holding out for Diablo 3, I think.
Yeah.
On my Switch.
Is that the the Legacy of Evil edition?
Everything, all the DLC.
The Necromancer and everything?
Necromancer, Crusader, all the additional missions.
Wait, you're talking about Diablo?
Yeah, Diablo 3 on Switch.
You have it?
Yeah. Do you have it?
No.
I have it on PS4.
They're thinking about doing crossplay in the future. They're working on it.
But I didn't buy the Necromancer pack.
It's fine. You don't have to play the Necromancer.
I play Demon Hunter.
Me and my friend who played, he's a demon hunter. I just wanted to punch stuff in the face. So I have a monk. I have a monk and a crusader.
I know that the monk was OP at first on the PC. They had to nerf it a lot. Who's
David's turn.
David now, huh?
I'm next, yes. So my number 2 is Nick's number 3, Monster Hunter World. I really liked it because, like I said, I played 3 other Monster Hunter games. Well, the first one I played was the second release of the original Monster Hunter on PSP. And I played it for it was like Monster Hunter Classic, or I don't know, something weird like that.
No, Try was Wii, I think.
Yeah, it was like
I had that one.
Monster Hunter something plus, or it just was, because I remember the first one came out on PSP, and this was just like the second iteration of that. Then I played Monster Hunter 3 on my Wii, and then I played Monster Hunter 4, blah, 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 on my DS, which is actually Monster Hunter DS, new 3DS. And then I played this one. And I never played one of 8 hours. Anyway, so I played all the other ones, probably 10 hours at most. And then I played this one, and everything I didn't like about those other ones was consolidated into a streamlined version. In this game, particularly when those items that you use all the time, that you have to have a slot in your inventory for them, that no longer was a thing. The loading screens, which were really aggravating. They just load the whole area from the get-go. There's just a lot of things. Collecting things was more simple because you had different inventory slots in Monster Hunter World. I like killing monsters a lot. I grinded a lot because I can listen to my podcast and play that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy the heck out of it. I probably put over 80 hours into that game. Probably over 100, actually. I have 2 characters. One with 20 hours, one with 80, probably.
I wanted to save this gripe for whenever you talked about it. One of the few things I didn't like about it was the MMO aspects of it. There's some kind of fetchy daily login stuff that's kind of feels tacked on. And because of that, you can't pause. I don't like that. I like a game I can pause. And you can't pause Dragon Quest XI. I don't know if y'all know that.
Why?
I have no idea.
It's an RPG. It's
the only time that game is paused is in dialogue or in battle. It's not an active time battle. When the battle menu comes up, it's paused. But when you're in the world map, it's not paused. Can't pause it.
Strange.
I actually think the 3DS remake of Dragon Quest VIII was kind of like that. You could go into the menu, but monsters were still roaming around, and you could start an encounter.
Oh, I never bought that one. I have 8 on PS2.
I had it. It was an open world where you can see the monsters before you did a battle.
Sorry, I just realized I'm not wearing pajamas.
What are you wearing?
Khakis.
Khakis.
Why? It's Sunday. I'm not going anywhere. Let me put my khakis on.
We went to eat. I wanted to feel cash today.
I'm wearing soccer shorts.
No,
Me too.
I might actually change into them. My jammy jams because
just do it during the podcast.
We'll do a break. We'll have a break.
No, I'll just do it real fast. But y'all can keep talking about this stupid game or whatever. But
the stupid game you played too.
The stupid dumb game so fun.
Well, it's probably like number 20 of the year if I had to rate it on it. No, I'm just kidding. It wouldn't be that low. 20.
I have a list of all the games that were released this year. I can go through that while you change.
We didn't even get to our number 1 yet.
Yeah. We got to crown this
game, man. I'll avoid that one then.
Great.
What about games we might not think about that came out?
Oh, you want to do, before we unveil the elephant in the room, y'all want to do some
the number 1 pick.
Number 1. What?
Y'all want to do runner-ups before we do the...
yeah, let's do runner-ups.
Yeah, we can do that.
The best game I played that wasn't released this year is Last of Us Remastered. I hated that game when I played it on PS3 for the first time because I thought the shooting mechanics were dumb. And then I played it again on PS4, and there was like just little minor tweaks. That game was amazing. Mechanics were good. Story was just unbelievable. I cared about a virtual kid more than I cared about a virtual kid in any other game. And then old school game I played this year that was really good was King Oddball.
Yeah.
It was great. My 6-year-old daughter beat King Oddball.
Wow.
Fact.
Great. It's a great game.
Bears.
Anybody else?
Battlestar Galactica. My runner-up was WarioWare Gold. I really love the WarioWare games. I've been craving one since the Wii one was released in my senior year of high school, which was 10 years ago. They have not made another WarioWare game since then. So they brought it back to 3DS. They added in a bunch of the old classic ones everyone loves. They added in a lot of new stuff too. It was kind of like the Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. It did basically the same thing. Also really, really love Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. It was a ton of fun. I beat it. That's why it was almost a contender compared to Octopath, because I beat it and I kept playing it and I really, really enjoyed it.
That's it?
Well, I can't think of anything else that I really, really enjoyed this year.
You played Mega Man?
Oh, 11? Yeah, Mega Man. No. The X
11?
Collections.
Oh, okay.
I bought the X Collection. I played through them sequentially, so I got the 7. I said, I'm not playing this game ever again. 7 was so bad.
Oh, yeah. Is that the PS2 one?
Yeah, the one where it's like 3D all of a sudden, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they added this stupid, annoying character who's useless and dumb and shouldn't exist in reality. Or virtual reality.
In 20XX. Jabak?
Did you change your stupid pants?
No, I didn't. I've been sitting here trying to remember what my runners up are, and I completely forgot what my runners-up are.
Mario and Rabbids came out this year too. That was really fun.
Oh, you played that?
Yeah, I beat it.
Oh.
I own that game. Well, Michael bought it for me. I think he wants to play it still, but yeah, it was a really good tactical game.
Is it like it's an XCOM with Mario characters?
No, it's. I haven't played XCOM, but is that similar to like Warcraft and StarCraft?
Oh, I think you're gonna say
No.
Fire
Okay.
Emblem.
It's similar to Mario and Rabbids from what I've seen in the trailer.
Okay, I'm trying to think. The only thing I could think of is Valkyria Chronicles to compare it to.
Yeah, that's kind of the same.
Yeah. So that's more of what it was. It was a top-down grid quote unquote
Cover based.
cover base. Yeah.
Yeah. Obstacles.
Shooter. Strategical shooter. Not that you were aiming, but
Yeah. There's a dice roll.
Yeah, it's like Metal Gear Acid. That's a good way to compare it to. Not a lot of many people know Metal Gear Acid, but
I have both of them.
what it is. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a second one.
There is.
Yeah, Philippe loved it. I think two games that are okay, but I have to mention them are Resident Evil 7 and Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is just fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that.
That was really
Especially
fun.
when you're Jason.
That's it. And Resident Evil, I only played the beginning of it, so I can't speak too much to it, but I really, really enjoyed it. Resident Evil 7 was great.
Yeah.
I gotta try Resident Evil again because I had these weird squiggly graphic issues on it. I'm thinking maybe it was just my PlayStation.
Yeah.
Now that thing's gone, so I can try it on the new one.
And I have one more that I remember, or if you have anything more to say on before I move on, David.
I need to beat 7. I know it's a short game. I just haven't sat down and beat it yet. But I'm probably as far as you are in the game.
Yeah. But I played Shadow of the Colossus Remastered. And the only problem I had is I played it on like normal difficulty and I was just destroying the Colossi like real fast and was blowing through that game, and I was loving it because the graphical fidelity is so much better, and man, I just love that game so much. It's one of my favorite games of all time, actually, Shadow of the Colossus. So,
did Shadow of War come out this year, or was that last year?
Last year. That was the whole problem with the loot boxes and pay to win.
I really enjoyed Shadow of War.
Man, I hate those Mordor games so much.
I know you do, and I don't care. I love them.
I really liked Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, I platinumed it.
And I forbid myself from buying the second one. But now they took all the deals, like all the microtransactions out of it. So I might pick it up now. But yeah, Shadow of the Colossus, I don't want to have to buy that game again. I own it.
Well, they gave it to you for free on PS3.
I own that one with the Ico. I have the physical copy of the HD Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
On PS3?
Oh, yeah.
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 And I have the PS2 version.
I didn't have the physical PS3, but I had it on PS2, PS3, PS4.
I have the physical of all of them. I don't have the new one, though. I didn't want to buy it again.
It's great.
So, are we ready to uncover our game of the year?
Grand finale of this dear podcast.
What if we were all wrong, and we were wrong about that we thought we all had the same thing? That would be great.
Runner 3.
Yeah, Runner 3.
Yeah, Runner 3.
Ooh. Now do I get on Xbox or Switch?
Oh, gosh.
It's God of War.
God of War.
Of course it's God of War.
It's gotta be God of War. Man, that game, it hit me at the right time. Tax season, 2018.
They did that on purpose.
They definitely did. It was actually the first game we bought of the year.
Oh.
We kind of waited. There was nothing really coming out earlier. That's like that every year. I spent that time knocking out a lot of games. Wolfenstein 2, Last of Us, all those things.
Great games.
And then God of War hit me like a ton of bricks. I didn't play anything else for 2-3 weeks. It blew me away. It became one of my top 5 favorite games ever. In the 30 or so hours I put into that game, it's one of the greatest games I've ever played. Action, story, graphics, making Kratos a relatable character is not an easy thing to do.
No.
And they kind of nailed it. I don't know what else I can say about it. It just, I was completely enthralled. Every time I had the controller in my hand, I was sold.
It's been a long time, probably since I was a kid. Maybe not that long, but that's times I remember when I think about it. when I go to work or I go somewhere where I have to be busy, like school, I'm like, man, I just can't wait to go home and play God of War again. It's that good.
Yeah. It's all I thought about whenever I was doing anything. Cutting grass, I would be just thinking about like, man, what am I going to unlock next on the skill tree? And
I had this Leviathan axe I could just throw and cut the grass right now.
That's right. Mark, what do you think?
Hey, you're quiet.
I'm trying not to talk over y'all. I've noticed I do that a lot. So I've been trying to be real good about it this podcast. Oh man, it is. If not, because originally I wanted to say it's a perfect game because you could say, oh, it's near perfect, but what's the aggregate for what a perfect game is? Like one of the main things I noticed that is great is the loading screens are him almost non-existent, or they make them seem non-existent. You could just go from one place to another without stopping all the action, all the flow of the energy, and having just a static screen for loading. And you kind of tell that when he's like in between two rocks, that's like the loading time or whatever.
Yeah,
or lifting up one of the big rocks to let Atreus crawl under.
Yeah.
It's really hidden.
But even then, like those, when you're on the elevator or you're going between the rift, there's dialogue going on. They're like, all right, so what's the rest of this story we were talking about earlier? It's awesome.
Yeah.
It always keeps you intrigued, engaged, interested.
Yeah, but even if you backtrack, spoilers, you can backtrack. That it's not a problem whenever you're going from place to place. If you go back to a place, it's not like, oh, I have to go through 5 loading screens to get there. And man, the gameplay is so solid. It is so extremely satisfying whenever you get the axe back and you can feel it in your controller when it hits your hand. That is extremely satisfying. And I felt nostalgic while playing it. Like, I felt like I hadn't felt this way about a game maybe since like PS2 or something. Like, it has been a long time since I played a game that I was just enamored in completely. And maybe since it was Kratos, that had something to do with it. I thought about it all the time, and then when it was over, it's just a weird feeling of like, I want to keep playing it, but, I miss that. It's such a good story, and it's like finishing a book. It's like reading a book, but then like reading the cover over and over again or something weird, or reading it a second time. Like, I don't know. It's just an amazing game. I
didn't try it yet. Too much stuff to play.
In the first 3 God of Wars, I platinumed every God of War. I'm so close to platinum this one. I just have a few Ravens left to kill. In the first 3 God of Wars, though, if they had killed Kratos off, I'd have been like, okay, that's fair. He's a douchebag. Everyone wants him to die anyways. And in this one, if he had died, I would have cried. I'd been like, please don't kill Kratos. Papa Kratos.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of these games y'all play, but does this game feel like the perfect 3D Metroidvania?
Ooh.
That's a very
Because every time I would get something and kind of backtrack to get something new, it felt like a 3D Metroidvania. It just, you see something in the distance, you can't get to it yet. You don't have the right thing. You don't have the right upgrade. You don't have the right equipment. Then you get it, and it clicks in your head, and I got to go back to there.
Yeah.
Does it have that same kind of hitch with you guys?
I bought Castlevania Lords of Shadow, hoping that's what it was, and it wasn't. And
that's a God of War game.
That was a God of War game, and then God of War became what that game should have been.
Right.
It did kind of feel like that, definitely. Because I played so many Castlevania games, it's ridiculous. I probably played all of them, except the Nintendo ones, because they're just stupid hard. That's their only gimmick. But
Not 4. Yeah. Castlevania 4 is not hard. Game's easy.
I didn't play 4. Which one's that?
I think it's on the NES, the SNES Classic.
Is that the Bloodlines or?
No, that's
plays Alec, the dude with the spear.
No, that's Bloodlines.
Yeah.
That's Genesis.
Oh.
Yeah, Genesis had one.
Super Castlevania 4 is just Super Castlevania 4.
Yeah. That's right, Super Castlevania. I forgot about that one.
It's the way you can swing the whip around you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know exactly what we're talking about, right, Jamal?
Yeah, swing that whip.
I played the beginning of that one.
Konami almost had me sold on getting that buying Symphony of the Night again until I seen that it was big ugly borders around the game again.
Yeah.
I ain't falling for that no more. Any final thoughts on God of War? Yeah, me too.
I hope the sequel comes out soon.
Best game I played since Breath of the Wild.
Oof.
Man, I
I'm so
hated
glad I
Breath of the
played
Wild.
that when it came out, and I didn't wait until after God of War like Michael did, because I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much.
Well, no, that's what exactly happened to me. I played God of
Mhm.
War, then I played Zelda, and Zelda was trash. Okay, I can't say Zelda was trash because I was addicted to Zelda 2. Like, I played it before going to bed every night and stayed up playing it, like laying in bed, and I even brought it to work with me. It's the only game I ever played at work. But yeah, no, Zelda is a really good game, but God of War is like a perfect
Like
game.
even Horizon I thought was very good. I know Nick doesn't agree with me on that, but yeah, I wouldn't want to go back and play Horizon with God of War sitting there.
Well, yeah,
I
but
wouldn't go. I wouldn't play Horizon if it was the only game I had on my shelf.
well, the thing about God of War the thing about God of War that's different than every open world game is it's so concise. Like everything matters. You can go back and do stuff, but it might seem tedious, but it's not as tedious as open world games that give you stuff to do just to give you stuff to do. Everything makes sense. Everything, you can see it in the distance, go to it, and it's
Yeah.
satisfying. And,
The- I find the lake is like a giant level select screen
yeah,
Yeah, really. Yeah.
with secrets in it.
yeah.
It's great.
Great.
I mean, we have a consensus winner.
Winner.
We've known that since we agreed to talk about a game of the year
yeah,
episode.
you've known that.
We're like, well,
Yeah.
we just gotta figure the other two out then.
And-
Everything came out. I was like, well, it ain't no God of War.
Yeah.
It had the added benefit of being the first new game I played this year.
It stinks because if I played with where it's going, it seems like Smash Brothers would have been my number 2 pick.
Mm.
It looks like it's gonna be super good. It
Yeah.
looks like it's gonna be my favorite Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
It has the characters I wanted for every Smash Brothers, so
Yeah.
that alone is a reason for me to want to play it that bad.
Yeah, that's a day one purchase for me too. So
Not me.
well,
Not me. I'm just not a Smash fan.
yeah.
I
Somebody
can understand
wants to. Oh, it's wrong.
I said
not
I was I'm a Smash Mouth fan for sure.
I'm not a what are those games? I'm not a Street Fighter fan at all.
I'm not a fighting game
I never like fighting games. The one fighting game I liked that was that style, other than maybe Mortal Kombat 2, because that was one of the first game like that. Tekken 3, I never played Tekken 3. It was
Tekken 3 is the best fighting game ever.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. That was the only fighting game that was even similar to that I actually enjoyed.
You didn't get a Z? You didn't get?
Oh, that came out this year too.
Yeah, that came out.
Yeah,
this
Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Year. Are you not getting that, David?
Forgot about that game. I didn't write it on my list of games that came out this year.
Oh,
Whoops.
yeah, it looked
Did
good.
it come out this year?
It definitely
I didn't
came out
write
this year.
things that came out last year and had a re-release.
No, they just keep adding
But I
DLC
guess I forgot
characters
to
this
put
year.
Fighters on there.
Hollow Knight would be in that category.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Hollow Knight's.
There was a ton of re-releases this year when I went looking through everything. Like,
Well, the
so many
Switch became the home of last year's indie darlings.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, y'all want to wrap this one, and I go get another beer, and we can talk about the other stuff.
And Goof.
Oh yeah, Goof us up.
Yeah.
Cut that out, Dave Jamar.
Cut what out?
Yeah.
What I just said.
Goof.
I'm cutting out so much. I'm editing this in my brain the whole time. Oh, it's gonna take me
Goodbye.
so long. Oh man.
Bonanza.
All right, what's your goof topic, David?
My Goof story?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Wow, you make me want to say it so bad with your enthusiasm.
Yay.
So a few weeks ago, and this is to counteract Nick to make sure I'm not anti-Semitic like he believes I am. The last weekend, I believe it was this past weekend, I was driving to the bank and I had to take an alternate route because Johnson Street was closed. So I would not have ever come this direction otherwise. But I'm on the corner of South College and Bertrand. I'm sorry, Congress and Bertrand. And I'm about to take a turn, and there's a group of people protesting. And I was like, what the heck is this? And I'm reading their signs. They're wearing like these weird jumpsuits and stuff. And I'm reading their signs, and it was like, don't touch our penises.
Oh, I know about this.
Yeah, me too.
Circumcision is like evil. His body, his choice. It's like child abuse, circumcision. And these guys wearing these white jumpsuits with a big red splotch on their crotch.
I didn't see that.
And I have a picture of it I can send to y'all.
Well, I've seen it.
And I thought it was a joke when I first saw it. And I was like, oh, that's funny. Like, people are fake protesting because everyone protests nowadays. But no, like, it was a legit group that goes around the country protesting circumcision. And I was watching Arrested Development, and that was actually a joke they had in Arrested Development, that they were protesting circumcision.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's great.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
One of the ladies I work with, she posted something about it on Facebook. So I wanted to come up with the hashtag for this group, and I came up with hashtag benefits of Boudin. This is silly, man. I don't.
It's really silly. You don't have to. How about that?
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm cut, but I'm good.
I'm trying to figure out what benefits of Boudin means.
You don't know what a Boudin is?
It's just. Whew.
You know how, like, when you get to the end of that Boudin and it's got that little tab on the end of it?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's the Boudin. The little foreskin is the Boudin.
I'm gonna kill myself.
That would be their hashtag. The
Yeah.
hashtag benefits of Boudin.
We should have.
Which I don't think there is any, because you got to clean out all that stuff.
The smegma?
Yeah.
The schmegma, yeah.
Grass! Yeah, we should have drove by and gave him some Boudin. Okay.
Oh god, that would have been perfect.
They were like that.
Wait, are they a Jewish group? Because they wouldn't have accepted Boudin.
No, not at all.
They're not a Jewish group?
I don't think so. Not that I know.
Jewish
Why
people
would
can
that's
be really-
a Jewish practice? Why would the Jews?
I mean, maybe they're all about. Maybe they're like they don't want it done to the Jews. I don't know, man.
Oh, well, then why are they protesting to us? We're not Jewish.
I don't know. They should have done it in front of a synagogue. Is there a synagogue right there?
There
No.
used to be, there's not
a
anymore.
gas station and a hospital.
Oh, that's right by UMC.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there were. So, I have a side question. Nick has girls, I think, but if you have a boy kid, would you even think about not doing that to your child?
No, it would definitely happen, no matter what.
Yep.
Oh no, the kid cried for a few seconds and then forgot.
Yeah, it's gonna spend the next 3. It's gonna spend the next 3 years crying. So what's the problem?
Well, yeah, and but
Not
people,
because it got snipped.
But like people who don't have it done actually have like problems and stuff. Like they feel
Yeah, you
left
get
out and they feel.
infections and-
Well, no, they feel like different than everyone else, because yeah, no one really talks about that, or yeah, it's not the. Okay, well, that's the end of the show.
Now, adult circumcision, that's a different story.
Oh yeah, it's true. You making the choice at that time. Why would you wait till you're an adult? Kind of weird. Probably.
You wanted a designer doll.
No, I did a double D.
I'm gonna copyright that. Designer Dongs LLC.
Oh, dong dong. That
Could
would
be
the
the
noise.
Taco Bell noise twice in a row.
Oh. Okay, wait. So semantically, are we doing a different episode
Yes.
for everything else?
No, just one episode. One more episode of TV, movie, podcast.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, because this took the whole.
this is
Wow.
almost
It's
an
gonna.
hour long.
I think it's gonna go fast.
So,
Well, I'll just ask. What I'll do
mine
is
was the
ask,
story.
like, what's the best movie you saw this year? What's the
Yeah.
best TV show you saw this year?
yes.
What's the best podcast you listened
Wait,
to?
so we had no outro for the last one?
No, we're not done yet. I didn't turn it off. I was just.
Oh,
All right, bye
okay.
everybody.
Well,
Woo.
the outro would be Ding Dong.
Yeah. Woo.
Double dong!
Ding a dong, ding a ding a. Man, I can't believe God of War is our game of the year. Go play it. And also, on the
Yeah, if you
side,
haven't played it, you're dumb.
unselfishly, you should go play Detroit Become Human because it's a really fun game.
And Runner 3.
Give that monster David Cage more money.
Yeah. And,
And go buy a $200 PS4 with Spider-Man.
yeah. And, yeah.
You have to have heard it back when that deal was available during the
Yeah.
Black Friday.
I'll
back
project it
before.
out.
Yeah. This will
Our
definitely
fans.
come out after Black Friday. Well, talk to you.
Fill our savings waves.
Yeah.
Tune in next time for more
Yeah.
talking.
We'll see
Good
you.
luck next year.
Yeah.
Is this our end of year podcast?
Have healthy babies. What?
This
Do
is
we
the,
have
yeah, this-
another one this year?
What do you mean?
This will be the last two.
Is this the last one? Is the next one the last one?
The next one will be the last one of the year.
Yeah.
Then we still have
I want to say better next year.
Better Nuck next year.
Better Nuck next year.
Better Nuck next year.